So, this week I have been thinking a little bit more about food and different times of the day and why we choose to eat what we do at each meal. For instance, I know obviously there may be cultural or traditional reasons why you choose what you choose. Perhaps it's just pure habit. Or perhaps you are actually really mindful as to what you're eating, and you're really thinking about what you're nourishing your body with, which is what my challenge is to you all, and what my challenge has been to myself is to just become really mindful around food and just have a real thought around why you eat what you do. For instance, in the past, I probably would have had maybe a cereal or something in the morning for breakfast, probably just because this is what I always had as a child. Perhaps in our society here today, it's kind of seen that things like cereal and toast are just what you have for breakfast. But yeah, I've just been trying to change that. And I actually searched the word breakfast, and the meaning of the word is purely just a meal eaten in the morning, the first of the day. So it doesn't specify there that it has to be something like cereal or toast, or that it should be eaten as you rush out of the door to work. So my challenge to myself, and possibly for you to think about, is what is it that you're eating at each meal, and why have you chosen that? Do you eat it and perhaps feel hungry an hour or two later? In that case, maybe it's not the best choice, and maybe you're not nourishing yourself with enough filling protein or things like that. Do you end up feeling a little bit nauseous after lunch? Perhaps there's something in it, in the food that you've eaten that's not sitting quite right with you. So I just really want to create some awareness around this, and just trying to change, what the societal norm is perhaps for food choices. For instance, the other day I actually had some scrambled egg and leftover vegetables for breakfast. Now, I know maybe some of you do this already, which is fantastic, but I think for a lot of people, and I know particularly for myself in the past, I never would have thought about having leftover vegetables for breakfast, but there's nothing stopping us. We don't have to have something from a box, and actually that kept me feeling quite nice and full for quite a while, so it was obviously a good choice. So I've actually been trying to incorporate a good quality protein and some vegetables into each meal of my day. Actually, I'm also playing around with some fermented foods at the moment as well, things like kimchi and sauerkraut, and trying to incorporate them into my meals as well, just for some general gut health. So let me know how you go. I'd love to see some comments, and hopefully this might inspire you just to be a little bit more mindful in your choices and to experiment. Okay, have fun.